In this video, we'll do an example of the logistic growth model. The logistic growth model, f of x equals c over 1 plus a to the negative b times x. In this particular case, c over 1 plus a is the initial value. C is the carrying capacity or limiting value, and b is the constant determined by the rate of growth. Below, you'll see a graph. The graph shows how the rate changes over time. Notice that the graph increases from left to right, but the growth rate only increases until it reaches a point of maximum growth, at which point the rate of increase starts decreasing. And we'll max out at that y equals c, which is the carrying capacity. Here is an example of the logistic growth model. At time t equals 0, there's one person in a community of 1,000 people who has the flu. In that community, at most 1,000 people can have the flu. That will be your carrying capacity. Researchers have found that this strain of the flu, the logistic growth constant, is b equals 0.6030. Estimate the number of people in the community who will have had this flu in 10 days. So we start with the basic logistic growth model, and we know that our carrying capacity C is 1,000 people. So if C over 1 plus A is 1, and we let C equal 1,000, we know that A has to equal 999. So we have this model here that will give us our logistic growth model. Now we let x equal 10, and we find the value of the function at 10 days. So we plug 10 in, and we get approximately 293.85 people. Because the actual number has to be a whole number, we get 294 people that have had the flu after 10 days. So let's work through another example together. We've got the equation n of t equals 500 divided by 1 plus 49e to the negative 0.83925t, which models the number of people in a town who have heard a rumor after t days. Our first question is, how many people started the rumor? To find how many people started the rumor, we're going to let t equal 0. So at time 0. So n of 0 will be 500 over 1 plus 49 e to the negative 0.83925 times 0. Of course, anything to the 0 power is 1. So we now have 500 over 1 plus 49, or 50. So we're going to have 10 people initially started the rumor. To the nearest whole number, how many people will have heard the rumor after 3 days? Well, that would be n of 3, which is 500. 1 plus 49 e negative 0.83925 times 3, and then we'll use our calculator, and I got 100.98, and because it has to be a whole person, we're going to say after 3 days 101 people have heard the rumor. That concludes this video on the logistic growth model.